Okay, without further ado, let's start today's AMA session. And hello everyone again, and welcome all of you guys to today's AMA session with Mango Network. We're thrilled to have you here as we delve into the innovation world of blockchain technology and explore Mango Network's groundbreaking Omni-Chain architecture. And today we will discussing how Mango Network is revolutionizing the liquidity fragmentation and enhancing cross-chain interoperability in the DeFi space. Let's get the MA started.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Nice to have everyone here again. I hope that everyone is sitting just as comfortably as I am here. Glass of red wine laying back, ready to talk Mango. And I'm excited for today. Sorry, Sharon, for absolutely interrupting you in your wonderful intro here. But I'm ready to get started here.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, today we have Ian and David to be the speakers, and they will give us answers all about Mango Network and how it solve the liquidity fragmentation that blockchain right now facing. Yeah, so for today's first question, we want to know more about the core principles of Omni-Chain architecture. So David, can you explain the core principles behind Mango Network's Omni-Chain architecture and how it addresses the issue of liquidity fragmentation in the blockchain industry?
Yeah, definitely. Let's maybe first take one step back. I think that's a wonderful question, but let's explain the question and why it's an important question, right? So in blockchain, in the blockchain ecosystem, we know that there are a lot of different blockchains, right? Like you have Ethereum, you have Bitcoin, you have Solana, you have all these different blockchains that are each having their own coins and their own tokens and their own liquidity at that, being their own treasuries, the money that is moving around. And each of these blockchains they interact in a silo basically, right? Where you can only move money around within the same ecosystem. Whereas Ethereum, natively at least it is, whereas Ethereum has its own blockchain and, you move ETH around within the ETH network and then you have these layer 2s where you can transfer it to, and then even some people have started to make bridges to bridge it to a different chain. But it is still very, it takes time consuming and it's very costly. It costs a lot of money and time just to bridge it over to a different network, right? And you want everything to be fast. You want it to be unified between all these different chains. So when we're talking about liquidity fragmentation, what we're really talking about is that all these quote unquote sort of treasuries, all these volumes, all this money is in all these separate silos. And each blockchain is its own silo. And what we want to do with Mango, or one of the key advantages of Mango, is being able to...
I think maybe David...
My voice is breaking.
Yeah, now it's...
Can you tell?
It went out and it came back. It's good.
Yeah, now it's good.
Oh, Sharon, can you hear me?
We can hear you, but not that clearly. Maybe you can rejoin us. Try to rejoin us, and maybe you can let Ian to add something on this question. Ian, do you have something you want to add on this question about how the principles behind Mango Network's Omni-Chain architecture and how it addresses the issue for liquidity fragmentation?
Okay, just give me a second. Give me a second. So can you hear me well? Hello?
Yeah, I am. We can hear you. Please go ahead.
So basically, the question is the Omni-Chain architecture. Basically, what Mongo does is we are basically in a interoperability where we can do a cross-chain communication. The architecture basically facilitates a direct communication between different blockchain networks, allowing asset and data to move across a different chain without any kind of a centralized intermediaries, right? And the other one is it's a standard protocol. So Mongo network use a standardized protocol to basically ensure that compatibility between various platforms. This standardization allow a different chain to understand the process and transaction in a unified manner. And then the second point is basically a decentralization that everyone knows. It basically distributed validators that we have, and also it allows us to do a trustless bridges. And then the other important point is 2 point. One is scalability. The Mongo network is a layer 2 solution, so it basically is scaling solutions that allow transaction to be processed off-chain and settle on-chain, which basically allow us to improve throughput and efficiency. And the other one is a modular architecture. The system designed to modular, allowing new blockchains to be added to the network easily. And the most important other thing is basically proof of stake and like a robust consensus mechanism in our Mongo network, and then smart contracts audits, and then user experience, and which is like a unified interface for users to interact with multiple blockchains seamlessly. And we have a low fees and fast transactions. And then also we allow automated market makers. The architecture supports integration of AMM that facilitate liquidity provision across multiple chains. And then we also allow cross-chain DeFi integration. And that is how the architecture is set up in Mango Network Omni-Chain. It is basically the architecture itself is different than regular other blockchains that is out there, and that is why that we are different, and that's why we will stand out comparing the other existing blockchain.
Great, thank you. Yeah, thank you for the detailed explanation of the Omni-Chain side of Mango Network. Maybe next time you can bring us more information about how Mango Network addresses the issue of liquidity fragmentation in the blockchain industry.
Hello. Can everyone hear me now?
Yeah, David, we can hear you quite clearly.
Oh my god. Finally, Twitter being an absolute yes. I just had to reconnect 5 times to be able to speak again. But let me share on that train of thought. Let me continue answering the question about liquidity fragmentation. Thank you, Arjen, for your wonderful explanation.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I'll just pick up where I left off, right, on my story about how liquidity fragmentation works. As I was saying, you have all these different chains, all these different silos of liquidity, and how we want to connect them together. Currently, just long story short, there exist solutions, but they're expensive and slow. Mango Network is connecting them together, and we are doing it in a way that is fast and cheap, right? Where everything is natively sort of connected. all these different silos. It's imagine like a silo, and then on top of the silo you have this big pipe running from one silo to the other silo, and there's a seamless flow of money between them, right? So the liquidity is unified. So instead of having all these different silos, you now have one massive like money storage compartment, basically. And that's what we mean with unified liquidity, right? As opposed to liquidity fragmentation, which you currently have. So specifically, like, how do we do that then with Mango Network? I'll quickly give a brief answer to that, right? Because I gave a big explanation already. That Mango Network's Omni-Chain architecture is a comprehensive approach designed to resolve the prevalent issues of liquidity fragmentation in the blockchain ecosystem. And at its core, this architecture employs a transactional-based infrastructure network, leveraging both main chain contracts and modular contracts. So that means that you have one big contract that is running on like the main chain of Mango Network, and that is like in control of making sure that all the transactions and all the money is flowing properly, basically, and connecting to all these separate contracts, right? All these remote contracts on all these different chains, and making sure that the interaction between them is seamless and smooth. So you're leveraging both this main chain contract and then a modular contract, and each individual chain has its own modular contract. So your Ethereum and Solana, for example, they both have their each modular contracts to connect their chains. So the idea is to create a unified liquidity service network that ensures a seamless and secure user experience. The Omni-Chain architecture operates on the principles of integrating various blockchain networks and allowing assets to flow freely and securely across different chains. This integration is facilitated by Mango's Layer 1 infrastructure, which is built on the Move programming language. Move is particularly suited for handling digital assets securely and efficiently, making it a robust choice for such an ambitious framework. And then by addressing liquidity fragmentation, Mango Network enables decentralized finance protocols to access a broader pool of assets, thus enhancing liquidity availability and reducing slippage in trades. The interoperability facilitated by the Omni-Chain architecture ensures that users can transact across different blockchains without the need for multiple intermediaries, which traditionally contribute to higher cost and efficiencies. So exactly by creating these, side contracts, basically like these remote connector smart contracts, we're able to unify all the liquidity between all these different chains, right? And at the end of the day, that is what opens up a lot of possibilities for blockchain development applications. I hope that remotely answers your question, Sharon. Do you think that does? Hello. Is Sharon with us?
Sharon is having some issues.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that. Yeah, thank you for the detailed explanation, and how to say, it is fascinating to hear about the foundational aspect of the Omni-Chain architecture and how it addresses the issue of liquidity fragmentation. And now moving on to how this technology impacts DeFi. So from your perspective, David, how does seamless cross-chain interoperability as provided by Mango's Omni-Chain enhance the functionality and the user experiences of DeFi platforms? Yeah, David.
Oh, sorry guys, I was talking, but I was still muted. Mm-hmm. I forgot you had to press the mic is on button on Twitter. This very much continues on the previous question, right, where the user experience of unifying liquidity, is greatly enhanced, because previously you had to interact with all these separate silos, and now you're able to interact through one single, silo, so to say. in like a single method to access all these different small little side silos. So how does, from my perspective, improve the cross-chain interoperability? Well, seamless cross-chain interoperability is generally like a game changer for decentralized finance in general and the DeFi platform specifically. And Mango's Omni-Chain significantly enhances this aspect. With the ability to interact across multiple blockchains, DeFi platforms can offer users a more integrated and fluid experience. So firstly, users are no longer confined to a single blockchain ecosystem. They can leverage assets and services from different blockchains, thereby maximizing their utility and profitability on their holdings. For instance, users could use Bitcoin on one chain as collateral to take a loan in Ethereum on another chain, all facilitated through Mango's Omni-Chain infrastructure. Secondly, this interoperability reduces the friction and complexity associated with moving assets between different blockchains. Traditional methods can often require multiple steps and intermediary platforms, each adding cost and risk. For example, you would have to off-ramp your crypto or like send it to an exchange and then in an exchange swap it in a centralized exchange and then, send it back. But each of these steps occurs a high fee, right? And Mango's solution simplifies this process, providing a direct and secure way to transfer assets. To improve the speed of your daily operations, and you're able to make complex things that you usually wouldn't do. You're able to do that on a daily basis, right? Mango's network will definitely enhance all of that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that is very insightful. That's very insightful. And from my side, I think interoperability indeed plays a crucial role in enhancing DeFi platforms. And speaking through critical aspects, let's discuss security next. Security is a paramount concern in the blockchain space, and how does the Omni-Chain architecture ensure the security and integrity of transactions across different blockchains, and what unique mechanisms are in space? David, could you explain that for us?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely have some thoughts about there. So security and integrity are paramount to any cross-chain architecture, of course. And Mango Network has implemented several mechanisms to ensure these critical aspects are upheld. The foundation of Mango security lies in the Move programming language, which is designed with a focus on digital asset security, so crypto assets. One of the unique mechanisms of using is formal verification, a mathematical approach to proving the correctness of smart contracts. Move incorporates formal verification tools that ensure the logic and execution of contracts are free from errors and vulnerabilities. This significantly reduces the risk of hacks and exploits that have plagued other blockchain platforms. Additionally, Mango's architecture employs static calls as a virtual machine sandbox, enhancing runtime security and isolating contract execution. So this means that static calls prevent dynamic changes that could introduce vulnerabilities, while the sandbox environment ensures that each contract operates in isolation, minimizing the risk of cross-chain attacks, right? So at the end of the day, the way that the core of Mango is set up and the programming language that Mango is programmed in and that all the smart contracts on Mango are programmed in, they form the core of the security mechanism. transactions. Sharon, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, perfect. If it's interrupting too much, let me know.
Okay, cool. Yeah, from your answers, I think we can feel like security is definitely key to gaining users to trust and adoption. And now let's move on to our next question. Let's talk about the broader trends and the ecosystem. So what trends do you see in the adoption of cross-chain solutions like Mango Omni-Chain in the blockchain ecosystem? There are any notable challenges or opportunities, David?
Yeah, definitely. Let me not forget to unmute my mic. I hope you can hear me now, Sharon.
Yeah.
So the adoption. Oh, that's perfect. So the adoption of cross-chain solutions like Mango's Omni-Chain is an upward trajectory driven by the growing demand for interoperability in the blockchain space. So this means that as more DeFi platforms and blockchain applications emerge, the need for seamless asset transfers across different blockchains becomes increasingly critical. One notable trend is the shift towards a more inclusive and user-friendly ecosystem. Cross-chain solutions are paving the way for a more connected blockchain environment where users can effortlessly move assets across services and across various platforms. This inclusivity is likely to drive higher user adoption and engagement, and as barriers to entry are significantly reduced, right? So, however, there are these challenges that need to be addressed with it. One major challenge is achieving consensus and security across different blockchains, each with its unique protocols and governance models. Ensuring that transactions are secure and verified across multiple networks requires robust mechanisms and continuous innovation. Another challenge is the regulatory landscape, of course, which is also what we've talked about in some of the previous spaces that we've done. A cross-chain solution gains traction, they are likely to attract more scrutiny from regulators, right? So navigating this evolving landscape while maintaining compliance and ensuring user privacy and security will be a critical task for developers and platform operators. On the opportunity side, cross-chain solutions open up new avenues for financial innovations. So there are like a lot of new possibilities. They enable the creation of more complex and versatile financial products, such as multi-collateral loans, cross-chain staking, and diversified investment portfolios. These innovations can attract a broader audience to DeFi, including institutional investors who seek more sophisticated and secure financial instruments, of course. So all of that to say, in conclusion, that Mango Network's Omni-Chain architecture represents a significant investment in addressing liquidity fragmentation and enhancing cross-chain interoperability. So by ensuring security, simplifying user experience, and fostering innovation, it holds the potential to reshape the landscape of decentralized finance and drive a broader adoption of blockchain technologies. I hope that answers your question, Sharon, but also that you could hear me throughout.
Yeah, we can hear you through all your, yes. And led to the last question, can you share some the examples that they already existed in Mango ecosystem about how Mango deal with those challenges or how Mango achieve it? Hello, David. You're muted, I think.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Perfect. Yeah, definitely. So specifically on that, right, Mango Network's Omni-Chain technology architecture has significantly enhanced liquidity and interoperability for users and businesses. And this also opens up a lot of possibilities and new potential, right? So firstly, it's high performance infrastructure, and it's optimized for decentralized delegated proof of stake consensus mechanisms, right? Ensures for high transaction throughput and low latency, while the modular architecture and parallel processing capabilities further enhance network scalability and efficiency. Additionally, also, Mango Network uses the Move language to write smart contracts, which is like what we've touched on previously and like what we've touched on in our previous space as well, right? And by compiling that into like WebAssembly, it also enhances the execution efficiency.
Cool.
We got a big interest in at the conference, right? Where quite a lot of the people that we've spoken to at ECC were very specifically interested in unlocking Bitcoin's liquidity. And I think that's quite an interesting feature where you can unlock all the money that's been collecting there for years, basically, and, you know, start building applications on that. So I think that's a pretty cool example as well.
Cool. Yeah, those, the use cases you said before are really highlighted the practical benefits of the Omni-Chain architecture. Now let's move on to Ayan. So I want to ask Ayan, the interoperability. How do you see solutions like Mango Omni-Chain influencing the future of DeFi development?
Okay, thanks, Sharon. That's a good question. So the question is how Mango Network Omni-Chain on future DeFi development. So basically, our is standardized cross-chain protocol. So it will allow any developer for interoperability standard, so they can basically develop any DeFi ecosystem, borderless DeFi ecosystem, and then we offer them enhanced security and trust. They are, the trust and cross-chain transaction encourage more users to participate in a DeFi. And the other one is the Mango Network, which is a layer 2 solution, which allows scalability and efficiency. So basically, they can, we offer optimized transaction processing, that can handle higher transaction volume efficiently, making a DeFi platform more scalable and responsive for any developer. And also the cost is comparing the other major product, the cost is extremely less, and it is faster processing times, make any DeFi more accessible and attractive for a wider audience. And then there is the increased innovation, a new financial product or collaborative ecosystem can be built on the Mango Network itself. And we already have a wallet product is running. One is being DEX. It's the awesome wallet, DeFi wallet that anyone can use. It's much better than any other wallet out there. It's running on Mango Network. And we also offer, decentralized identity and governance, and inclusive finance by lowering barriers to entry and providing access to different range of financial services that can help bringing DeFi benefits to a global audience. So those are the key points that we allow for any developer to come on board on Mango Network and build scalable DeFi solutions, cater to the whole audience all over the world.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. It sounds like exciting to think about how the developments will shape the future of DeFi and how Mango Network lead that. And speaking of the future, let's discuss what is the Mango Network's plan for the further development plans for on the Omni-Chain, and are there any upcoming features or partnerships that you can reveal to our audience?
Yeah, like I mentioned, we have many apps running on top of Mongo Network which are being developed. One is Being Dex. Being Dex is one of the applications that we have running, and if anyone go to our website, we provide all the information needed for how to get started, the development materials, and we are also doing AMA sessions as well as in a conference where if you happen to come and see us, we basically provide all the guidance needed. Like I mentioned that, we are layer 2. All the materials are available in our website. You can also go to our Git, and you can also see some of the works that we have done, and you can see exactly how we program this. Available, you can clone our Git, and then able to take the code and then enhance it or modify anything that you want to build. We offer API services. So everything is there. So any developer who is interested, we provide anything that you needed to get on board and start developing a scalable application.
Okay, thank you. Okay, those plans sound promising, and to wrap things up, let's take a broader look at the impact of your innovations. And how do you evaluate the impact of solutions like Mango Omni-Chain on the broader blockchain landscape? What potential does it hold for the evolution of DeFi applications? Please.
Yeah, so one of the main reasons why the decentralized applications are going to be the future, because 3 days ago we have seen what happened to the cloud strike and how it affected the whole world of having a centralized standard operating system running, this information security product, right? So decentralized basically allow, basically you don't have any single point of failure. That's why the decentralized application it allows, right? And therefore the ability that for anyone to run this application without any kind of a downtime is there, because there is no central point of failure can happen in case of anything big things happens, right? And then it's a cross-chain identity and reputation system. Allow multiple DApps, blockchain applications, trust and facilitating more complex interaction, and it's basically an improved security and decentralization. So redundant security and then enhanced decentralization. So when we talk about redundant security, that anything the apps component across multiple blockchain, so the developers can leverage security features of a different network, like reducing the risk of single point of failure. And then also it is a global access. The application can be accessed anywhere from the globe itself. And then the regulatory and compliance also interoperable governance model allow that the decentralized application allowing more like inclusive representative decision-making process that span multiple blockchains. And then we also have a compliance solution enabled on a decentralized application that can be helping the apps to meet the legal requirement while maintaining the decentralization. So that is what Mongo basically offers. It's a layer 2 application. It's fast, and we offer all the development support to anyone to get on board with Mango Network. And we are Omni-Chain. That is the future of blockchain, and that is why the part of this Mango Network, and this project is going to help lots of developers on lots of projects, and allow them to save money on transaction, and then allow users to have a really extremely fast application which is running on our network.
Okay, thank you, Lee, for the insightful responses and the sharing of the future plans. And yeah, thank you. It is clear that I think Mango Network's Omni-Chain architecture is paving the way for more integrated and efficient blockchain ecosystem. And I think, like me, all of us here, we are pretty excited to see how these innovations will continue to evolve. And thank you for, I think that's all for today. And thank you to everyone who joined us today. And stay tuned for our more updates from Mango Network. Until next time. And thank you, Ian. Thank you, David. And thank you who are here with us today.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a pleasure speaking with both of you.
Thank you, Sharon.
Thank you, Sharon.
Yeah, thank you. See you guys next time.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye.